Welcome, welcome, welcome to Fearless Friday with Coach Sammy Love. I pray you guys have had an amazing week. Like always, I pray that God has showed up and showed out in your week on this week. And if you feel like, no, he didn't, trust and believe God is going to fulfill his promises concerning you. Oh my goodness. I just want to thank you guys for joining me on today, where I come every Friday with an empowering word to just provoke you, to push you, to help you upgrade your life, to help you go to that next level. For those who know me, know that I am a Christian life coach. So everything I bring to you is to uplift you, is to build you, and even to check you. Sometimes we need to even be checked, you guys. We need to be checked in our personality. We need to be checked in our character. Are we doing what God has called us to do? Are we doing the assignment? Are we moving according to how God is leading us? Because it is important if we plan on getting to destiny. Thank you, Maya, for joining me. It's always a pleasure to have you. So I'm not going to hold you guys long, but I just wanted to come on today and just encourage you, like I said. So today I am talking about courage fueled by faith. Oh my goodness. Courage fueled by faith. Are you guys ready? Okay. Because in order for us to take bold moves, in order for us to be courageous, we have to make sure that our faith is on a high level. We have to make sure our faith is rooted in the right person, which is Jesus Christ. Because if you have any faith in anything else, it is liable to give in, it is liable to give up, it is liable to become unstable. But when you have your faith in Jesus, the solid rock which we stand on, oh my goodness, that there are endless possibilities, right? Because we serve a God that nothing is impossible with him. So I just wanted to come and encourage you guys on today. I've come to encourage the water walkers. I've come to encourage those who walk by faith and not by sight. I've come to encourage those that have big vision. I come to encourage those that are trusting God to move greatly and mightily in their lives. I come to encourage those that may have been waiting on God for a long time and it seems like he is not showing up. It seems like your prayers are not being answered. I have come to encourage you on today to not give in, to not give up, but to continue to trust God and to know that your courage has to be fueled by faith. So what is courage? Biblically, courage is steadfast trust in God's promises and power, especially in the face of adversity. So courage is remaining steadfast. Courage is trusting in God, in his promises, what he said about you, where he said that he's taking you, and especially in the face of adversity. Do you not know that on the way to the promised land, on the way to destiny, you're going to meet up with resistance. You're going to meet up with the things that don't want you to become what God has called you to be. You're going to meet up with the enemy, right? He's going to try to stop you. Anytime transformation is going forth, the enemy is going to try to throw everything at you. Why? Because he don't want you to become who God has called you to be. But you have to take courage and you have to remain steadfast, and your trust has to remain unremovable, right? We got to have trust in God like never before, because God is faithful to do exactly what he's called, what he said that he would do. That's why he says that we walk by faith and not by sight. That's why he said the just shall live by faith. Now that's why he says that those that come to him must believe that he is the rewarder of those that diligently seek him, that we have to believe that he is who he says that he is, and he will do what he said that he's going to do. I'm telling you. And today I'm just trying to encourage you and just light that fire in you, because I know that sometimes in the process, sometimes waiting for God to move, like to do what he said he was going to do, sometimes we could become discouraged. Sometimes we could even become dismayed. That's why he says to don't get weary in well doing. He said, because if you continue to endure, if you faint not, you will reap, right? If you faint not, you will reap a harvest. If you do not give up, if you do not lose heart, you will reap a harvest. harvest. And he tells us for a reason why, because in the process, you can get weary. In the process, it may seem like things are not going to change, especially if you've been in a certain season for a long time and you're in the midst of a transition and it seems like the next door is not opening. That's why we got to have our courage has to be fueled by faith. That's why we got to have faith in God. Faith that does not waver, faith that trusts God no matter what it looks like, no matter what it sounds like, that you have made up in your mind that I'm going to trust God. It may not feel good to me. I may not like what I'm seeing, but I choose to trust God. Even when others are walking away from him, I choose to trust God. Even when things feel like they are falling apart and things seem like they are getting worse, I choose to trust God, because let me tell you, God rewards those that are faithful. Oh, yes, he does. He rewards those that are faithful, not just faithful when things are going right, but I mean remaining faithful when things are not going right, that you remain faithful, that you remain steadfast and unmovable, that you continue to trust God in spite of what it looks like, in spite of what it feels like, in spite of what it sounds like, but you choose to trust God. I'm telling you, he is going to reward you according to your faithfulness. I'm telling you, I come on today to encourage those that may feel like they have been low in faith, to encourage those that feel like, Sammy, I'm trying to hold on. Sammy, I'm remaining faithful. Sammy, but it seems like things are not changing. Let me tell you, continue to endure, continue to trust God, continue to make bold moves, continue to move forward, right? Do not get stagnant. Do not give up, but continue to move forward. So we got to have courage in this season. We got to have courage in this season, even when it seems like, okay, God is not saying nothing. And I've come to learn, you guys, that when God is not saying anything, that means his word, his previous word has not changed. So God don't always have to be talking, because he already said what he said. And all you got to do is trust that everything that he has said is coming to pass. You just continue to walk it out. You just continue to walk it out. Sometimes he don't say it. He just leads you there. Okay. So we got to have courage, because you even got to have courage to move forward. You got to even have courage to continue to go forth when it seems like everything is turning against you. You may say, Sammy, but I didn't expect it to look like this. I didn't expect it to feel like this. But guess what? It's not according to what it looks like. It's not according to what it feels like. That's why he says that we have to walk by faith and not by sight, because a lot of times it's not going to look like what God has said. Do you not know? Oh my goodness, I'm getting excited, y'all. Do you not know that you can be in the right place at the right time, that God has placed you there? This is a part of the destiny, and it don't look like what you thought it should look like. Why? Because God's thoughts are not our thoughts and his ways are not our ways. And sometimes in our minds, we expect things to look a certain way, feel a certain way, right? But God, that wasn't even the way that God planned it. That the way we were thinking, let me slow down. The way we were thinking was not even according to his plan. See, God would always super exceed. He will always exceed our expectations. And sometimes I tell people that God will put you in a place that's all out of control and that is chaotic. Why? Because he will put you in that place to bring peace. Oh my goodness. He will put you in that place to be a peacemaker. He will put you in that place to bring structure. He will put you in that place, oh my goodness, to bring alliance. He will put you in that place that love can flow in that place. So a lot of times it don't look like what God has said, but you got to have courage, which is steadfastness. Oh my goodness. I want to encourage you on today to remain steadfast. Woo. Oh, Sammy, what does that look like? To remain steadfast is mean that I'm going to stay the course no matter what's coming my way. I'm going to stay the course no matter how much the enemy is attacking me. I'm going to stay the course no matter how many obstacles are putting in my way. I'm going to stay the course because I know God has called me to a thing. I know God has called me to go forth in this thing. So I'm going to steadfast. I'm going to remain steadfast. It don't feel good, but I'm going to remain steadfast. I don't like the way it look, but I'm going to remain steadfast. I've come to encourage you on today to remain steadfast. Oh my goodness. Oh, Jesus, you got to remain steadfast. Hey, you got to remain steadfast. Why do you think the enemy wants you to move out of position, right? Why do you think the enemy wants you to move out of place? Because he know that if you remain steadfast, if you remain consistent there, then eventually you're going to have a breakthrough. You're going to have a breakthrough. You're going to have a break forth. You're going to see the manifestation of God when you remain steadfast, when you remain consistent, when you remain in position. That's why he wants you to move out the way. Oh my goodness. That's why he wants you to move. That's why he wants you to be so agitated that you remove yourself. Do you not know that sometimes that's what the enemy will do? He will cause you to move out of position. He will agitate you to the point where you remove yourself. But let me tell you on today, TikTok, let me tell you on today, YouTube, remain steadfast. Oh my goodness. That's your word on today. Your word from Coach Sammy on this Fearless Friday is remain steadfast. Do not allow the enemy to move you out of position. Do not allow the enemy to cause you to walk away from your destiny. Do not allow the enemy to cause you to walk away from the assignment. Steadfast. Be unmovable, unshakable. Stay there. Don't move unless God tell you to. I don't care how comfortable it may be, uncomfortable it may be. They may be talking about you. They may be persecuting you. But if God be for you, who can be against you? So that is your empowering word on today. That is your encouraging word on today from Coach Sammy, is to remain steadfast. I'm telling you, something happens, when you remain steadfast, when you remain like, I'm not giving up this position. I'm not moving out of this place. I'm not moving until God removes me. I'm going to stay here no matter who likes it. I'm going to stay here no matter what they say. I'm going to stay here despite of the ploys they're trying to do, or the traps they're trying to set for me. If God has not told me to move, I shall not be removed. And you stay there and remain steadfast. And when God says it's time to go, then you move. Ooh, Jesus. When God says it's time to go, then you move. But until he tell you to move, you stay there and you remain steadfast. If you know that God is with you, if you know that God has called you to that place, do not allow, this is not the season to allow the enemy to move you out of position. Because let me tell you, once he wants to move you out of position, so therefore his plan can go forth. But as long as you there, the enemy can't do, your enemy can't do what he wants to do. Do you not know some of us are in places that God has us holding up that place? Oh, yes, he does. Oh, yes, he does. Some of us, God's children that walk in the Spirit of God, are in places that we are only reason that place is surviving is because we there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Because we have the Spirit of God inside of us. And that's the reason that place is still standing. Do not move. Do not move unless God tells you to move. Remain steadfast. Oh yes, remain steadfast. Oh, I'm just encouraging you. When you come in on YouTube, make sure to hit the like button so that I'm able to get this video out to other people on YouTube. Please hit the like button. Oh my goodness, remain steadfast. Woo, I'm stuck on that word, y'all. That wasn't even my lesson for today. But God always has his way when I come before his people. Remain steadfast. Don't move. Don't move. Don't allow the enemy to move you. Woo! Stay there. Irritate the enemy. Irritate the enemy. See, we got to learn to irritate the enemy back. See, some of us allow the enemy to agitate us, irritate us, and to move us out of position. But do you not know, stand there will irritate him? I'm going to stay here until God says that it's time for me to go. You're not going to irritate me. You're not going to take my peace. You're not going to take my joy. I'm going to remain steadfast, and I'm going to remain planted, and I'm going to remain in the place God has called me to be. I'm going to do what God has called me to do until God tells me to leave, till he tells me this assignment is over, but I will remain steadfast. So I just wanted to come on today, you guys. I just wanted to come on today and encourage you guys with that, to remain steadfast. Oh my goodness. Steadfast. Steadfast. If you don't remember anything else I said on today, remain steadfast. Steadfast. Don't move. Don't allow the enemy to move you. Don't allow adversity to move you. You need to stand fast, stand and look adversity in the face and say, I ain't moving. I am not moving till God tells me to move. And I'm not staying unless God tells me to stay, because some of us is in a place that God has told us to move and we're not moving. So you got to know when to move and when to stay. Oh my goodness. Yes, you do. So I thank you, TikTok. I thank you, YouTube, for joining me. Once again, I am Coach Sammy Love. I come every Friday with an empowering word. I call it Fearless Friday because my hope is that you leave here feeling fearless. My hope is that you leave here on a whole nother level, different mindset. And I just want to thank you guys for giving me an audience. I will see you guys next Friday.